San Gimignano. The name conjures images of dusky stonework towers piercing gelato-coloured sunsets and the kind of old-world charm that has travellers spellbound. Welcome, dear travellers, to an Italian adventure you won't soon forget. If you have a thirst for culture that can only be quenched by sipping Chianti and strolling cobblestone streets, then tighten your shoelaces and charge your cameras. Today, we're letting you in on the top things to do in San Gimignano, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of Tuscany and brimming with secrets awaiting your discovery. This town is more than a postcard-perfect snapshot. It's an immersive experience into that postcard that engages all the senses. So keep your eyes peeled, dear travellers, as we explore soaring towers, local artisan shops and sun-drenched vineyards. This is San Gimignano, and you, my amicas and amigos, are going to learn all about what makes this place so special. At the heart of the medieval tapestry that is San Gimignano is the Piazza del Duomo, a captivating tableau of historical and architectural grandeur. Enveloped by the towering facades of centuries-old structures, it's a testament to the wealth and power of this once flourishing city-state. It's a great place to start your adventure, or find a place to eat, but it's also a great photo op and an essential stop for history nerds. The Duomo, or cathedral, is a real treat, showcasing Italian medieval architecture and beautifully frescoed walls and brickwork within. While the building is nearly 900 years old, most of the art is from the Renaissance. Some of the paintings are wonderfully vivid. The Palazzo Comunale, or municipal palace, is another key feature of Piazza del Duomo and San Gimignano's skyline. Within this medieval palace, you'll find the revered Pinacoteca gallery, hosting a collection of masterpieces with a considerable collection of Italian Renaissance artwork. The palace is also adjoined to the stately Torre Grossa, or Great Tower, that commands the skyline, which can also be toured. At over 177 feet, or around 54 meters, it's the tallest tower in the city, and one of the best-known medieval towers in Tuscany. Reaching the top reveals a breathtaking panorama of the city and surrounding countryside. From the tallest tower to one of the shortest, the rectangular Torre Chigi can also be found on Piazza del Duomo. You can easily forgive its relative stumpiness compared to the city's 13 other towers, mostly because it's arguably the most beautiful of all San Gimignano's towers. Made from different coloured stones, this 13th century tower was built as a private castle, and essentially still is, as people do indeed live there. While tours are all but impossible, it's a wonderful photo op. Alright, let's move on to more fortifications. History buffs keep on walking a little further off the beaten path and head towards one of the gates in San Gimignano's city walls, the Porta delle Fonti. This relatively secluded spot is in pretty good condition, and an interesting example of medieval architecture. The outside of the gate features a Sienese style arch, typical of a lot of town gates in Tuscany, but inside it features a taller rounded arch. Once you exit the gate, you'll also be wandering down a pretty steep hill to our next attraction. History nerds will also get a kick out of this next one, the Fonti Medieval, a medieval fountain and a legit hidden gem. Nestled in a blanket of greenery bearing centuries of scars, tranquility echoes through the weathered stone wells here. This secluded sanctuary invites you to indulge in a restorative pause on your journey through San Gimignano's historical marvels. Next up is Parco della Rocca, a pretty unique spin on a public park, considering it's located within the grounds of a ruined medieval fortress, the Rocca of Montestefole. Passing through its crumbling stone gates, each step along the cobblestone pathways offers sweeping views of Tuscany's hills and San Gimignano. The remnants of the once formidable fortress blend seamlessly with the natural beauty, providing a beautiful tableau for photographers. Whether you're a history buff picking apart the fortress ruins or picnicking in the shade of olive groves, this park is one of a kind and the perfect place to appreciate the allure of San Gimignano. Historically, San Gimignano was a medieval powerhouse, and you can learn all about this history at San Gimignano 1300. This marvellous multimedia medieval museum presents a window into the past, showing what life was like in San Gimignano in the year 1300. It's particularly well known for its miniature ceramic recreation of San Gimignano. I love a miniature village, and this one is simply exceptional, providing a glimpse of life as a tradesman, merchant, and nobility in beautiful detail. This is another top stop for the historically inclined, and an ideal activity for the bambinos. Okay, we've gone far too long without mentioning another tower, so let's go to the Piazza della Cisterna and see if we can find a bite while we're at it. With terracotta tiles underfoot, this gently sloping square takes its name from the system from which locals could draw water. It's also surrounded by 5 of the city's 14 towers, and some beautiful architecture spanning from the Middle Ages to the 18th century. If you're in need of some retail therapy, you can find a few boutiques and stalls in and around the square, not to mention places to grab a hot lunch, espresso, or gelato. Once you've fueled up, it's time to move on to the next tower. The Torre dei Cugnanesi on Piazza della Cisterna is another one of the city's tallest towers. It bears a stark contrast to some of the others on this list, being somewhat menacing in its height and simplicity. Almost resembling a square stone smokestack, this 13th century tower is another historic part of the city's defensive network of walls, gates, and of course, other towers. Just a quick walk from the Torre dei Cugnanesi and you'll find yourself at the Torre and Casa Campatelli. The Torre Campatelli is one of the widest towers in town, built in the 12th century. Following a recent restoration, you can actually tour this tower, and you can also tour the 18th century family home of the entrepreneurial Campatelli family, who gave this squat tower its current name. Housing a wealth of familial legacies within its robust, frescoed walls, this Palazzo House Museum presents a fusion of art, culture, and history, filled with stunning 19th and 20th century art and furnishings. While only a handful of San Gimignano's towers remain, they're still the absolute highlight of this Tuscan town, and one of the main reasons the centre of the Town of Fine Towers is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But above all, San Gimignano is just a masterclass in Tuscan beauty from just about any distance or angle. The skyline of San Gimignano is just as iconic from the rolling Tuscan countryside as the views you can see from places like Parco della Rocca or from one of the surviving towers themselves. And on that note, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for taking your time to view this vid, and I'll catch up with you soon. Sooner if you like and subscribe and such. Safe travels, y'all.